What's up guys, welcome to the channel, and in today's video we are going to talk about for loops. So I'm quickly going to open a new file and I'm going to give you an analogy about what are these for loops. So I'm going to name the file as tut13, and we had done the second exercise, that is the 40 calculator exercise, in the previous video. So if you haven't done that, please make sure that you do. It is a really good if and else statement exercise. Okay, so moving on, I'll give you an analogy that when you have pistachios in front of you, the pistachios that you eat, and when your mom tells you to open each one of them, you take one and you open it and you throw the shells. You take one and open it, and you do and you do this for 100 times until all of the pistachio shells are out, right? So that's what a for loop does. It iterates one by one. Now I'll show you how we can do this in Python and when to use it. So I'll make a new list and I'll name it as list A, and then I'll write my name, and then I'll write a subscriber name, Siddharth. Then I'll write subscribers, and then I will write people. For example, I'll write a name Ankit. Okay. So if I want to print each one of them, right? I want to print Ansh, Siddharth, subscribers, Ankit. Possibly the most easiest way would be to print list A and then the index value, that is 0 for Ansh, then list A1 for Siddharth, then list A2 for subscribers, then list A4 for Ankit. So as you can see, if I run this program, it prints out that the list index is out of range. So actually Ankit is the third index, it's not the fourth index. So now if I print this, as you can see, it has printed out Ansh, Siddharth, subscribers, Ankit. But if we have thousands and hundreds of elements in our list, are we going to print using this and are we going to write this continuously? No, it is a waste of time. So that's why we have for loops for that purpose. I'll cut this, I'll comment that out, and then I'll make a for loop. So I'll write for item, or item in a, you can name it anything. So I'll write for item in list A, and then I'll enter this loop. For example, if you want to go to a movie, you need a ticket for that. Just like that, in an if statement, in an elif statement, in an else statement, and in a for statement, you need to put a colon. After I've put a colon, as you can see, it has printed out a tab for me. That means that I am inside the for loop. Now whatever I write here, it will print everything in that one iteration. I'll tell you what is an iteration. Right now I'll print the item, and if I run this program, as you can see, it has printed Ansh, Siddharth, subscribers, Ankit, just like it printed while we ran this print statement. So we have printed in less number of statements and our work has been reduced as well. Now what is an iteration? Once you write for item in list, that means that for each item in list it will print it. So once it takes Ansh, and when it prints Ansh, that is one iteration. Then it will go again and then it will print Siddharth, that is the second iteration, then subscribers, the third, and then fourth, Ankit. So that are iterations in programming terms, and you need to know these kinds of terms in order to become a good programmer. So these are the iterations. For loop is an iteration. Now, if I want to make a list that contains the number of toffees that we have eaten as well, so I'll write that I have eaten, for example, one toffee. Siddharth has ate four toffees. Then subscribers have ate five toffees, and Ankit has ate nine toffees. If I want to print 1, 4, 5, 6 as well as with the name, so if I run this program, as you can see, it has printed me a list. Why? Because each item in the list is a list. As you can see, this is a list, then this thing is a list, then this thing is a list. Now this list is known as a 2D list. What is a 2D list? A list in a list. What is a 3D list? A list in a list in a list. So that's how we can make 2D list. We can put a list in list. And if I want to print out one and my name separately, so I'll have to write item comma toffees, and then I will print item comma toffees. If I run this, as you can see, it has printed Ansh 1, Siddharth 4, subscribers 5, Ankit 9. And if I want to print that toffees, that Ansh has eaten one toffee or Ansh ate one toffee, then I can write Ansh ate, then I will write toffees, and then toffee. If I run this, as you can see, it prints out Ansh ate one toffee, Siddharth ate four toffees, and actually it should not be toffee, it should be toffees. So you can experiment it with the program, as you can put an if statement that if toffees is equal to 1, you have to print this, else you will have to print um, else you will have to print toffees, that is plural. I think so it should be double F, right? Yeah, so it should be double F. And if I run this, as you can see, it has printed that I ate one toffee, Siddharth ate four toffees. So in that way, you can experiment with the for loop as well, and you can add in if and else statement inside the for loop. If I put in a dictionary, I will name this dictionary as dictionary, and I'll write dict, make the list A as a dictionary. If I print this dictionary, and let me just comment this out. As you can see, it has printed Ansh 1, Siddharth 4, subscribers 5, and Ankit 9. And if I add more elements in it, as you can see, only 2 are required because a dictionary item has a key and a value only. So I can only make a list of 2 elements right here. As you can see, Ansh 1, Siddharth 4. Okay. So how do I iterate this dictionary? How do I make this dictionary into a for loop? How do I use a for loop on this dictionary? I'll comment this print statement out, and I'll write for item in dictionary dot items, and I'll print item. As you can see, if I run this program, it has printed out Ansh 1, Siddharth 4, subscribers 5, Ankit 9. But if I remove this dot items and if I print this, as you can see, it only prints Ansh, Siddharth, subscribers and Ankit, because I haven't took the whole item. I have just taken the key of the dictionary. When I write for item in a dictionary, for example, in this case I wrote a dictionary, it will just take a key value of it. And the key in this case is Ansh, Siddharth, subscribers and Ankit. So that means I'll have to take the whole item of the dictionary, and then I'll have to write for item and toff, then I'll have to print item comma toff. And if I run this, as you can see, it has printed Ansh 1, Siddharth 4, subscribers 5, Ankit 9, just like this case. We can also print full sentences that Ansh ate toffee. If I run this, as you can see, it has printed Ansh ate one toffee and Siddharth ate four toffees. So that's how we can use for loops. It goes through each element and it runs the program whatever you have written inside the for loop. So that's how that works. And you just have to remember that you have to write for and in. You can also write like for I in range, and I'll talk about the range function in this playlist. I'll not go deep into the range function at the moment, but I'll just write it for you. For example, if I write for I in range of len list A, and if I print I, as you can see, it will print 0, 1, 2 and 3. If I run this and if I comment this, first of all, so if I run this, as you can see, it has printed 0, 1, 2 and 3. You don't have to care about the range function at the moment because I'm going to talk about it in the playlist. If you haven't accessed the playlist, make sure you do. It will be on my channel and it will be in the description as well. So this was all for today's video, and I hope that you understood everything about lists in Python. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.